Hi everyone, it's Sylvia from Pilates Therapy. Where I am in the world, if you're watching this at a different time or the day or night or year, it's a bit cool, very cool in the morning in fact. And as I am getting older, I'm finding that I'm getting it stiffer, especially in the mornings. Or, when you travel a lot and maybe don't move or you sit for a long time, I find that I get stiffer. So I'm going to show you a little spine mobility little routine that I quite often do when I get into a hotel room or every morning. If I'm not already doing some sort of exercise, I'll just get down on the floor and do this. There are versions you can do exactly the same or something very similar on the chair or standing up, which I might show you at some stage because not everyone likes to get down on the floor. But I find that this is really good. As we age, in particular, just getting our spine moving can actually make us feel so much better. But in general, just move. Don't forget, if you're new to exercise, please make sure that you get some medical advice before you start. Even though this is very low and slow, it's always good if you're starting your journey to get medical advice. So let's just get started. We are going to start on the floor. So if you don't have a mat, you can have a carpeted space or maybe some blankets or something so you can kneel on so you don't have sore hands and knees. So we are in a hands and knees space. We're going to go into what's called cat-cows. So cat-cows are where you bring your eye gaze up to your belly button, push your hand through the floor and bring your spine up to the ceiling as much as possible. And then you change your eye gaze along the floor, up the wall, maybe up into the sky, and you dip your belly into the floor. And then you change that eye gaze again across the floor, up to your belly button, push through the floor, bring your spine up as high as you can. And just keep on going between those two. So getting as big a movement as you can possibly get through that spine. So tummy dipping down, back going up. And I like to do, sometimes I like doing it fast, but usually I like doing it slow. I like holding some of those positions. And this is usually one of the first things I do in the morning. I try, especially when it's really cold and I'm a bit sore or stiffer, I do go very slow. The number of reps, I'm not going to say. I want you to just do whatever you feel like. So if you have me on recording and you like doing this, put me on pause, keep on going. And then you can just keep on going and then put me on start again before we start our second exercise. The second exercise we're going to go into is called tadpole, or I call it tadpole, that's what I was taught. Okay, so to do tadpole, we swing, we look around our shoulder and we bring our gaze over and try and look at our feet. And our hips sway to the floor. So as you're looking around your shoulder, your hip. So I'm looking over my left shoulder, my right hip is going down to the floor. So I'm making, again, the biggest movement as I can or as I feel most comfortable. So sometimes my hips might come down to the floor. I can look at both of my feet. You can hold there. You can swing it around fast. You can do what you get. Again, put me on pause if that's what you'd like to do. And then we're going to do exactly the same movement, but this time, keep those hips straight and still. So can you still see both your feet when you swing that head and chest around? Okay, you are using lots of different muscles all down your side to be able to look around. This is also a really great little exercise for people who have stiff necks and backs to be able to help them when they're driving, so then they can look around and see cars coming instead of having to move their entire body. Sometimes it helps them with their neck to actually start getting a little bit more mobile. So just a little side note there. Okay, so we've done tadpole in two different ways. The next one we're going to do is called a frog rock. So join your feet together. Okay, bring your knees wide. Okay, we're going to dart our head over your wrist. Your back stays straight with this one. So we're just rocking. Bring your weight back over your feet. Your head can come down to the floor. Bring yourself up. Dart your head forward. Weight over your wrists. And then back. As with all the other ones, we're trying to get as far forward as we can, keeping a nice strong shape. So your head becomes an arrow. It goes back and then we shoot it up as far forward as we can. And again, fast or slow, it's up to you. This is really good at that mobility through our wrists. So we're really getting into our hips, our knees, our wrists, our spine, our neck. Everything gets a little taste through this little workout. And bring ourselves back. Knees back together. Okay, we're going to bring our hands closer towards our knees. Okay, we're going to curl our toes under. Now, if you're new to this, we're going to pike up. Further your hands are away from your knees, the easier this is. So you've got to find out where your hands are, or where you would like your hands to be. Okay. The idea is eventually to get your hands really close to your knees and your pike is going to be really, really pointy, okay? But when I'm feeling a little bit stiff in my back, I'm gentle and maybe have my hands a little bit further out, but you need to do you. Okay, so we're going to bring our backside up to the sky. Our weight stays over our wrists, okay? So I'm up onto my toes, bring those knees down. Backside up to the sky, weight over our wrists, and down. Up. Okay. So then I'm going to stay up and I'm going to walk my hands so then my heels go down onto the floor. Okay. Now you may not be able to touch the floor, and that's fine. You can hold on to the back of your legs. You don't need to be, and you don't have to have straight legs. You don't have to lock your legs. You can have them as comfortable as you feel. Okay. So have your hands where it feels comfortable and secure. And I'm going to get you to rock. Okay, rock onto your toes. Rock onto your heels. So bring those toes up as far as you can. Bring those heels up as far as you can. So we're rocking. And then bring ourselves back onto the mat. We're going to lie out straight on our stomach. Okay. We're going to have our hands out, okay, on the mat, out in front of our shoulders. Head is heading down to the floor. We're going to lift our head and chest up, still looking at the floor, and bring it back down and up. Don't forget to use your breath. No holding of your breath through all of this. Nice big deep breaths will help your exercises. And you can stay here. These are little sphinxes. If you feel like you can go a little bit further, bring your hands under your shoulders a little bit more. Start bringing yourself up. So you're coming up into that straight arm version. So up and down. Now, if you can go into this straight arm version, then we're going to keep on moving and do something slightly different. So if you're not, go back to whatever version you are at. Okay, we're down. I'm going to get you to bring your hands a little bit further in front, a little bit wider. Okay, we're going to bring ourselves up onto our knees. Okay, and push our weight back over so our bum is high. And then you're going to bring your body forward and your hips are going to go down towards the mat. and then you start looking up to the ceiling. Weight back over those feet. Okay, your head goes between your elbows, and then bring your weight forward, your hips go to the floor, your eyes go to the ceiling, and rock back. Okay, I call this one the cobra rock. So we're going into that cobra shape. And then get your weight back over, get a nice little stretch through your arms. Fast or slow. That's entirely up to you. How big? If you don't want to look up at the ceiling, that's fine. Start looking straight ahead. Okay, you don't have to get that really big shape. And back. And that is the last of my little routine that I do whenever I feel like I need to just move and I don't have time for an exercise class, or you've got a really busy day, or you've been sitting a lot, or like me this morning, woken up and it's quite cool out there. It's sun shining, which is quite nice, but it is quite cold and crisp out there, and my body starts to just seize up a little bit when it's cold. So I like doing that little routine just to get my body moving, because if you've done it, you get into your hips, your ankles, your knees. It's a really great little mobility for your entire body. So enjoy. Don't forget, if you like this or you'd like to know more, please email me or make a comment. Subscribe if you'd like to get notifications of any more videos that I do. And I'll see you around.